Fashion cannot truly be called fashion unless it's worn on the streets. That's what the style icon Coco Chanel once said. Her classic definition goes as follows: fashion is the temporary dominance of a certain style in a person's life. Fashion can influence not only the type of clothing people wear, but also etiquette, lifestyle, literature, and art. One of the styles that has become especially relevant today is military fashion. Khaki-colored clothing with military elements has become increasingly popular among young people. Renowned fashion runways around the world never miss the chance to add a touch of military flair, showcasing pea-coats, combat boots, greatcoats, and breeches. So how exactly is the military style created? We are now inside the sewing workshop of the innovative manufacturing company Utaria Ltd. This is where khaki-colored clothing and military uniforms for Kazakhstan soldiers are made. So where does it all begin? The first step is fabric delivery from the warehouse to the workshop. Before cutting and sewing the material into future garments, it undergoes thorough technical inspection under the watchful eye of advanced machinery. Defective fabric can be identified as early as the cutting stage. This is made possible by a computer program and an integrated laser built into the machine. After eliminating any signs of low-quality material, the operator of the spreading equipment oversees the process of cutting the fabric sheets. The large roll of fabric smoothly unrolls onto the table, where a laser blade cuts it into sections, each 3.5 meters long. The process is called fabric spreading by length. Right now, we're cutting 3.5-meter-long sections. Here, we have 50 layers in total. The laser equipment automatically cuts the fabric piece by piece according to the pattern. In this way, the material is layered one on top of another. 50 layers in total. This process is known as spreading. Then, at the operator's command, air is released through the built-in table pipes, allowing the fabric to float slightly above the surface. These air streams help the operator move the heavy layers of fabric with ease to the next table, where they are covered with film and vacuum sealed. To ensure that the cutting of future uniform pieces is precise, military-level precise. The fabric is then cut according to templates, again using a laser. This method helps eliminate errors and ensures accuracy in calculations. The word camouflage itself comes from French, meaning to disguise. Interestingly, the first person to patent a camouflage pattern designed to blend into the surroundings was artist Vladimir Baranov-Arsenev in 1939. He called his creation the chameleon method. Once the fabric has been cut, it goes through the numbering process. This is done manually. Each piece receives its own number. This step later simplifies the assembly process of the uniform. After numbering, the fabric pieces are distributed among the seamstresses. The sewing process is divided into several stages. Each seamstress works on a specific component of the uniform. For example, one sews the pockets and flaps, while another works on stitching the sleeves. This way, the entire process unites the efforts of the whole team. Everyone has their own function, their own operation. While one sews sleeves, another stitches collars. Each day we must produce 320 full sets. And did you know that this factory produces not only smart machines but also smart buttons? Unlike ordinary fasteners we're used to, these provide soldiers with extra comfort. We're given special tape and buttons, which we assemble ourselves. For the jacket fronts, we cut 5-centimeter pieces, and for the sleeves, longer ones, since they need to hold 3 buttons. These are for sleeve cuffs, allowing soldiers to adjust them for comfort depending on thickness or fit. For the jacket fronts, they're designed this way, easy to fasten and not in the way. Regular cast buttons are inconvenient, but these snap on and off quickly, adjustable and practical. That's why we call them smart buttons. But before sewing on a smart button, its placement is measured with precision, just like soldiers standing in formation. Every button must be aligned perfectly. At the final assembly stage, a reinforcement stitch, a double seam, is applied to strengthen the joint of the part being attached. The finished item then undergoes the cleaning process. Excess threads and fabric remnants are trimmed away, and all internal seams are carefully inspected. Finally, a label with the product information is sewn onto the garment, indicating height, size, and fabric composition. Throughout all these operations, quality control is maintained at every step. Buttons and other details are tested for durability. During quality inspection, we first examine the product and check the information label. The item must match the specified height and size, and all parts must be present: buttons, buttonholes, belt loops, shoulder straps, and inside pockets. At the final stage, we apply a control reinforcement stitch to all parts to verify the product's strength and overall quality. The final step is packaging. Each day, 320 full sets of military uniforms are produced, and strict quality standards must be maintained. After all, it's not only courage and combat skills that define a good soldier. Discipline also depends on having high-quality, comfortable uniforms proudly made in Kazakhstan.